Merlin Tuttle, science editor and photographer. It's a name I've seen on a lot of these environmental books. Marianne Taylor. Smithsonian books. Bats. I love bats. Almost violet. And a V. I like this color choice. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Folded in his little leaf. The cutest. Taylor and Tuttle. Don't want to profit off of others' work too much, since these are people still alive, not historical figures. So I'll just show you a few of the pictures in this book, and we can learn a little about some cool species. Maybe they will be near where we live, or maybe not. Some random pages here. The medium bent-winged bat. And on the little map you can see sort of a small, very small region. See a little black dot. Not endangered though. Looks like it might be sort of an Indonesian species. Let's see. This bat occurs in parts of Southeast Asia, including various islands. Look at his little mouth. Oh my god. I love bats. I wonder what he's hanging on here. See his little foot. But what is that background? Looks like it is small with blackish brown fur, pale on the belly, which we can't see his little belly. A short compressed snout. Yes. Small eyes and low set rounded ears. I think rounded ears are very cute on bats. Some of them get crazy and look more like this, or spiky, but rounded is very cute, like a mouse. I think in Russian or German, I don't remember the word, but I think the name for bat, if it was translated literally, would be flying mouse in English. Maybe flying rat. But I like mice and bats, so honestly I get the comparison. Rounded ears with whitish rounded tragus. I think that is this portion of the inner ear. You know, like a tragus piercing that people say sometimes does something for migraines. This little dude has that whitish section. It occurs in lowland and upland tropical forests, where it roosts in closely packaged groups in various caves, crevices, and hollows. Caves, crevices, and hollows, sometimes alongside other bats, and mixed roosts. That's interesting. So not just one species in a cave. Do we think this is a cave background? Since like limestone or pale, I don't know, I want to say quartz seems unlikely, even though it kind of looks like the color. I'm not sure. And a little bit more to read here. More than 10,000 individuals in one roost sometimes. Insectivore. Not very well known or studied because it says that not much is known about their breeding behavior or social network system behavior. So, a mysterious little guy. I bet it's because he's so tiny. He just has tiny vibes. Although I don't see a size listed. That's disappointing. Miniopterus medius, medium bat-winged bat. 1 out of 5 females examined at a roost in January was found to be in early pregnancy. Suggesting that pups are born in spring. This bat may face disturbance at its roosts due to limestone extraction and habitat loss from deforestation. So okay. This might be limestone, and it lives in limestone caves. And it's losing habitats. Let's see. I love the pages like this, where it's like a yearbook for different bats. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. These are adorable. They're so cute. Look at him. Look at him voguing for the camera. This little dude has personality. Maybe like a jock. Maybe even model of the bat world. Look at that. He is gazing. Major's long-fingered bat. And they don't show us the fingers. That's just not right. Manaville long-fingered bat. Miniopterus manavi. Another little round ear. And look at his little mouth. When their mouths are closed, it looks like they're almost pursing their lips. It is extremely cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll do one more page. Oh, not the one I expected, but I love it. Look at his eyes. Look at the eyes on this beauty queen. Is this a fruit, do you think? I bet that image shows some sort of fruit bat cradling a fruit. Sweet, sweet nectar. Yeah, different bats eat different things. Like most, I would say, are insectivores. And then there are a bunch of species of fruit bat that eat fruit and insects, I think. But maybe it's really just fruit. Let's see what it says. Fruit-eating bats, such as this Peter's dwarf epauletted fruit bat. Okay. When they have names like that, it makes me want to see the feature that makes them name that, like epauletted. That makes me think their shoulders have some sort of lump or fur patch, and I need to see it. But on this image, it's not really clear. Maybe it's just a different color fur there. Peter's dwarf epauletted fruit bat. Micropterus? Okay, there's only one O, so I'm not sure where the emphasis is. Micropterus? Micropterus pusillus are vital seed dispersers for trees and shrubs in tropical areas. Okay, we'll look at this little dude. Almost a redhead. Oh my gosh, so cute. I'm not sure if the color is popping up as much as it is in person, but in person, oh my goodness, the best color. Like this soft, hazy orangey glow that like fades into this like, oh, so downy soft. Like, oh my gosh, so cute. Again with the little mouse. This eastern red bat, Laziurus borealis, is part of the Vespertilionidae. That vesper, I think, I've seen it in relation to bats a lot, but I think it might be related to fox in Latin. But I could be very mistaken. But Vespertilionidae will pop up a lot when you're looking at bats. Is part of that family and has a frosted white appearance due to its fur. Frosted white, we got the frosted tips. He would definitely be in the yearbook. Yes, oh my god, so cute. Okay, and that is just the beginning. This is a great book, I highly recommend it. The Smithsonian is just immaculate. I loved it. I mean, you could spend, I think, some dedicated time there and still miss some things. But when I went, I had a great time. The National History Museum was free and amazing, and definitely feel no regret supporting the scientists who work there. Or I would say scientists put this together, probably. The photographer maybe isn't, but like also probably is. He probably has a wildlife degree. If you're gonna only photograph these species, I feel like you must have picked up some knowledge about animals on the way. Where they hang out and how to interact with them semi-safely. Although, not to call out people, actually I'm totally calling them out, but some biologists really do not be following the leave wildlife alone rule. They want to get right up in their faces, and while I understand the urge, I do have some qualms about it. Okay, we'll read a little bit about this diversity section. Above the eastern red bat, which was Laziurus borealis. I wonder what that borealis refers to. Is he in North Boreal forests? Over the last 55 or so million years, many species of bats have existed and died. Okay, devastating. It is known that at least 50 million years ago, at least 3 distinct bat families existed. It is likely that the bulk of early diversification took place in Africa, following its colonization of primitive species from Eurasia. Oh, fascinating. Okay, so Africa was colonized by bats from Eurasia, so I wonder if that means bats originally developed in Eurasia, and then they had a boom once they made it to Africa. Among the early African bats that showed marked specialization is the genus Aegyptonycteris, consisting of unusually large and omnivorous bats. Unusually large. Another genus of giants called Whitwadia possessed large shearing teeth and strong jaws. Shearing is an interesting word there. Wonder what they were shearing. Parts of fruit, maybe? Revealing them to be fearsome carnivores. Oh, shearing apparently means tearing flesh from bone. Exciting. Although, carnivore over insectivore, that is fascinating. What are little bats eating? Bigger than usual. Maybe rodents? Other rodents? Okay, I did just say other rodents. Bats are not rodents. I think they're their own thing. But now I'm doubting everything. Maybe it'll be mentioned. Bat fossils from elsewhere include Icarops, which have lived in Australia. This genus is related to the modern New Zealand short-tailed bats, Mystacina. The anatomy of Icorops suggests that it, like Mystacina, foraged on the ground. Oh, surprise! I did not know about ground foraging bats. This discovery undermined the generally accepted idea that ancestors of Mystacina, which colonized New Zealand 1 to 2 million years ago, only evolved as ground foragers because New Zealand had no other mammals, and so no obvious competitors. Ooh. New Zealand had 2 million years ago. New Zealand had no other mammals? That seems impossible. What? But I guess if the bat has wings, they can get to places other rodents can't. Sorry, I keep saying rodents. Other mammals. Fascinating. 2 million years ago does not seem that long ago. Icorops lived in Australia where... Oh no. Fingerprints. Where ground-dwelling marsupial mammals are plentiful, and was happily foraging on the ground 23 million years ago, long before the ancestors of Mystacina colonized New Zealand. This is an example of how the fossils of long-extinct animals can cast new light on our understanding of modern animals and their ecology. The bat species on Earth today are amazingly diverse in shape, size, and habitats, and there is much disagreement on how best to classify them in a taxonomic order. This book recognizes 1,384 species in 219 genera and 21 families. Vespertiliodinae, the vesper or evening bats. Vesper is related to evening? Okay, so time of day rather than box, as I said earlier. My mistake. It's the largest family with 485 bats. Vesper, 485 species. 125 of which are in the largest bat genus, Myotis. Myotis, sometimes known as the mouse-eared bats. Oh my god, it's all coming together. Myotis are my people. There are also a few monotypic families containing just one genus, and of those, the family, Crassionycteridae contains just one species. I would spell it for you, it would take 5 minutes. This book recognizes 200 species in the megabat family, Pteropodidae, and 45 genera. The most diverse of these genera is Pteropus, with 65 species. Okay, I'm just gonna say it in order because I need to remind myself, but it's KPCOFGS, and that's Kingdom, Phylum, Class, Order, Family, Genus, Species. So 1,300 species, 1,384, and 219 genera, and 21 families. The largest family was that Vesper family, the Vespertilionidae, and the Myotis, that's a genus, the mouse-eared bats, they're in that Vesper family. Fascinating. Okay, that was Bats, the Smithsonian Books Illustrated Guide by Marianne Taylor. Probably she lives a fascinating life following these bats and learning more about them. I would love to discover a new species. I bet there are some out there that are very much secretive enough to not have been written about yet. Marianne Taylor and Merlin Tuttle, the science editor and photographer. And again, if you're interested in nature, look for that Merlin Tuttle name. I think that photographer is real popular in wildlife photography.